Now I want to go to Martin Brechbiel, MMR, for his Scratch Builder's Corner. Martin, welcome.
Evening, Jim. Let's see if I can, where did it go? There it is. We're going to pick up right where we left off last week with another quick resurrection of a piece of junk or something that was unfinished or forgotten and found under a table for a couple of bucks somewhere. We can do this all year, but I don't think that'll be wise. I have a crate of this stuff, but we're going to have some fun with these nonetheless. They're actually quite diverse in their starting points, however, which makes it a little more interesting. This one, when I found it, was actually rather nicely done, styrene. No door or any plans for a door, but nice and solid styrene. I thought, well, this has some potential. We can cut a hole in it or add a door to the outside or what have you. Roof is just plain old styrene again. Well, it's kind of naked and plain. And the end is, guess what? More styrene. I don't normally work in styrene. As you may have noticed over the last couple of years, styrene is not one of my favorites. I know people love it. It's not that I can't work with it. I just don't care to. I can't, if I want to, I do. And when I find it appropriate to use, I will. And the underbody, well, now we're getting some more into the heritage of where this comes from. This looks to be an old Walther's car. We got a wooden box, basically, with Walther's bolsters. I don't know what kind of glue secured these. I couldn't budge them and I didn't want to take a pair of needle nose pliers, heavy duty needle nose pliers, and pop them off because I'd have to replace them. So I just decided I'm just going to leave these in place. We'll figure this out later, how to attach the trucks to it. But this obviously needs a little bit of extra work. So we do a little extra work. At a center sill, build this up out of strip wood and a bunch of cross members, more basswood, cut and fit, cut and fit, cut and fit, cut and fit, glue, 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 glue. Lots of fun there. Except they all got holes in them. So you can't just put them all in place and come back later. If you try to thread a piece of brass wire through there or phosphor bronze, it's not going to work. So the wire goes in partially, thread each piece on, glue it in place, and then pass these all through. And the wire goes through them and glue them as you go up the side of the car. It's a little tedious, a little tiresome, but it's the only neat way to do it that I know of. A little union joint here, some 3/64th brass tubing with the 32 thousandths wire from Tishi. That's generally what I'm using now is the Tishi wire. I can't find the Detail Associates anymore. It apparently has evaporated into limbo land. Well, we'll put the rest of the brake system in, just a K-brake system. We've gone over this before. The brake hangers are just 15 by 60 thousandths brass. Just give it a half twist with a little bit of care. All little parts, Grant line turnbuckles turned into clevises with phosphor bronze wire, connecting it all together. It's a fairly simple and straightforward thing to do, but that finishes the underbody pretty much. We didn't have any doors, so we make doors. It's just some styrene, not scribe, but car side styrene with a bunch of strips attached to it. And I get to use my, Tom doesn't like toluene. I don't like methyl ethyl ketone. Toluene doesn't bother me. I used gallons of it when I was working in the laboratory. Methyl ethyl ketone I stayed away from because I didn't like the smell of it. I just thought it was nasty. And it's incredibly flammable. So I tried to avoid using it. I'm pretty much out of everybody else's favorite dichloromethane or methylene chloride, which is now banned from non-laboratory use, so even I can't get it now. A lot safer though to use nonetheless. So we just put this all together and put some styrene. We got some door upper and lower runners, ladders from Plastruck. That's ABS plastic. It's not styrene. So you have to use methyl ethyl ketone to get ABS to bond to styrene. It does not work with styrene cements or solvents. And start putting a couple of grab irons in. Okay, the interesting end, the break end. So we got a precision scale. No, that's not a precision scale. That's a Grabowski brake wheel. And the rest is precision scale parts. And we just put all those, the shaft, ratchet and pawl, platform, stirrup at the bottom. Just assemble that all, attach it to the wall there, back wall, more ABS ladders, tack board from Scale City Designs, and some more grab irons. The other side looks just like this minus the brake stuff. It just has a ladder on it, ladder and the tack board and grab irons. So I'm not even gonna bother to show it because it's too boring. Just subtract out things. Okay, so what we've added here, well, we've got the air hoses, nut bolt and washer castings everywhere, just to make things look a little less naked. And the stirrup steps, which I'm not sure what their heritage is or was or might have been. Those are put on with goo and CA, then they're drilled and actually pins. So I actually drill those out, cut a pin off, put it in a hole with CA using a hemostat, and that keeps it from snapping off because glue won't work. Eventually, you will bump your car against something someday, somewhere, and the stirrup step will come flying off. Probably to some place where you can't find it again on the floor until you step on it. Okay, the roof, well, we have roof ribs and seams and supports and roof walk supports. Those are probably Grant Line ones in the middle there. Makes them a less naked roof. We had some warm days, so we splashed some paint on it, hit it with gloss. It almost behaved decently. Decals, I think these are actually old Walthers decals, as I recall. Despite the fact that they're probably as old as I am, they still work within tolerance. The roof walk boards were added. You can't see them because they're obviously on the other side of the car. But I pre-painted those and added those as opposed to trying to paint them later. And now we're done. So I take it back outside, set it on a box, hit it with clear matte from Rust-Oleum all the way around 2 or 3 times, add trucks and couplers, and we've got a car that's not too horrible to put on the layout. There's the other side of it. Still not too terrible. Given what we started with, I think it's reached acceptable. So that's where we're going to stop tonight. So you can find a piece of junk, no matter what it's made of. Go ahead.
Martin, how much money you think? How much money you think you've got in that car?
$20, not counting the trucks and couplers.
Not bad.
I mean,
Not bad.
at the most, trucks and okay, trucks and couplers. Well, couplers are $5 if you buy them retail or close to it, maybe $6 now. Trucks, you can spend as much money as you want to spend.
Yeah,
that can be anywhere from $10 up to $40 or $50. I have a philosophical objection to putting trucks that are more expensive than the entire car under that car. So I stop at a certain point.
nice modeling. Thank you so much, Martin.
All righty.